Hey there, how you doing? Welcome to New York City. I'm here in Madison Square Park, which is one of my favorite areas, and my favorite building in the world, which is the Flatiron Building right beside me on my left shoulder over here. So I want to talk about what happens when the crapper hits the fan. And let me tell you, when you're in business, more often than not, every now and again, I shouldn't say more often than not, but every now and again, the crap is going to hit the fan where you're going to lose clients, or clients are going to get upset with you, or you're going to lose revenue from in your business. And you could be moseying along with a whole bunch of clients, feeling really happy, and you've got cash flow happening, and all of a sudden, one or two clients decide to leave you. They're either indifferent, upset, they've decided to make a change, they're angry with you, a whole host of reasons, or you haven't been able to fulfill properly and give the client results. So this can occur in any business. It's happened to my businesses, it happens in our agency, it can happen, and it can hurt your cash flow, but more importantly, it can actually blow your confidence as well, which is really important in business because you need your confidence to go out there. Now, one of the reasons this happens is that we're not paying attention sometimes. We think that we're doing the right things, or we think that we're doing the things that will help our business grow. You can probably hear the dog park next to me with a few dogs barking to my right here as I'm walking through Madison Square Park. But what happens is sometimes we either take our eye off the ball, or through circumstances, a supplier might let us down, a resource partner, a contractor disappears. All sorts of things can go pear-shaped in your business. The challenge here is to not allow this to affect you from a confidence perspective, but more importantly, so that you don't stop doing what's important to your business, and that is to bring more clients on board for your business. So what most people do is they tend to panic, and when you panic, you start to withdraw, and when you withdraw, inactivity occurs, and when you have no inactivity, when you start getting inactive, you really are going to compound the effect of the challenge or the frustration of losing revenue in your business. And so I know it's very easy for me to say to you, don't panic, but it's something that you need to be mindful of. Now, to avoid this situation, some people, and I've worked with people like this, they are just full-blown always into sales, and they don't take too much care or time into nurturing clients. So they're losing customers as fast as they generate customers. In fact, I worked with a consultant who was brilliant at selling. They brought on 100 clients in the space of about a little over a year, and then they lost more than 70 clients over that period. And this caused massive cash flow problems for this business because it was losing customers as fast, if not faster, than it can replace customers. So they're always fighting for adding revenue into the business, and this is not sustainable to a lot of businesses. So let me go back to the first issue of when the shit hits the fan and you lose revenue in your business. The first thing you got to do is you got to get back on the horse very quickly and focus on generating cash flow. So what are you going to do? You're going to go make an offer. But you also need to understand that you need to look at your existing clients, you need to reconnect, re-engage, you need to make sure that they're okay, and you need to let them know that how you're adding value, how you're helping them, so that they stay with you. You want to start a process and think about building the longevity in your customers. It's a big mistake that a lot of businesses make, is they don't spend enough time thinking about how they're going to keep the customer for years to come. Because if you're running a recurring revenue model business, and you've got that monthly income coming in, then you want to keep the client on as long as possible. And as you bring new clients on board, this creates a significant compounding effect. So the first thing you want to do is you want to get out to your list of customers that you're servicing, and you want to make sure that they're okay, make sure that they're being served properly by you, make sure that you're reconnecting. Perhaps you might need to adjust some planning, or you might use the excuse of, hey, let's sit down and look at ways that we can improve, or maybe you've got an upsell opportunity, but you've got to go and make sure that you secure and create an emotional connection between you and your customers so they stay with you for as long as possible. That's the first thing. The second thing is, who can you go and make an offer? Because you've got to start injecting cash flow. So who can you make an offer to? Go to your lists, go to past people you've offered to, go to people who you can talk to that might be able to introduce you to client opportunities so that you can start getting cash flow back into the business. Then you want to be thinking about how, the experience that you want to create with your customers so that this mess of losing customers doesn't happen again. And the last thing you want to do, like I said in the early stages, is to panic, because ultimately this can really mess with you and can mess with your confidence. So things to do: get clear about your offer, get really, really focused on who you can help, and then work out a way that you're making sure that you're onboarding a customer, building a relationship, and setting a standard, an expectation that you're going to be working with clients for a long time to come. The biggest mistake that I see with a lot of new consultants in the marketplace, or people who are in this game, is they allow customers to trial them for 30 days or 90 days. Stop doing that, because every 30 days and every 90 days you'll find that you're going to be losing customers, and you work really hard to generate those customers in the first place. And so if you're working that hard to generate them, then you want to work just as hard to keep them. And if you do put systems into place to acknowledge them as customers, to nurture the relationship, to get to understand them, to make sure that you're helping them with the path of getting great results with the service or the project that you're offering to your client, then you're going to have really happy clients who are going to refer great customers to you, and more importantly, they're going to stay a lot longer, so you're going to build an asset to your business, and you're not going to be under pressure or under the fear of losing a significant amount of revenue when clients leave. And this happens often, and this is how I guess I've just shared with you how you can actually stop that from occurring. So first thing, don't panic. You know how to get clients, you've already done that, you've got the clients in the first place. Yes, you need to perhaps relook at your systems, your processes, or maybe how you get a result for a client. You've also got to look at the communication that you have with a client. You've also got to look at how you set expectations with clients. But more importantly, you have some clients that you're servicing now, you need to acknowledge them, you need to make sure that they're okay. You also need to make sure that you're planning a future with them as well. This gives you an opportunity to add value and also to maximize your opportunity for growth. So I'm going to say goodbye from Madison Square Park. If you want some free training from me, go to consultingunleashed.com, download some great training on how to accelerate the process of getting clients. I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Take care.